Hello, my name is Wendy, also known as the Wendy Variety or Variety Photography by Wendy, whatever. You don't really care. You're wanting to learn. So here's a little bit about me. Yay, check it out. It's my Facebook page. Oh, look at this lovely model here. This is who we're working with today. And her name is Janette Martyn. Wow, that's taking a while to load. Oh, goodness. Anyways, this is Janette. She is absolutely fantastic, right? So, I wanted to make sure that I do something amazing. Really show off this face. There we go, it loaded. And as you can see, I always like to credit my lovely people. So, here we go. Here was a photo set that I did. The important thing about me is that I like to create a mood with colors and lighting. I try to get it as best as I can in camera, which, bam, this is the before photo. Pretty good, right? And then, bam, there's all that polish. So anyways, that was a great photo. And I like to take these, see all the different actions and layers that I have, and then just apply a similar effect to another photo that's just as badass. Nope, no need to save changes there. It's already set. So then here is another one. I really do love to work with raw. That's how I was able to take the blue out of her hair here. I just felt it was better in this photo. And then it's like, bam, we've got the tattoo popping. Let's take a look at the before photo because you're like, blue hair, I don't remember because you have a short attention span maybe. There we go. So, oh, that's right. Duh, this was done in raw in Lightroom. Well, anyways, that was awesome. And it was pretty cool. Why did we select that? Then I like to look at the tattoo. I like to look at her eyes. She has very dark eyes. They're very, wonderful, fantastical. Bam, there we go. And no need to save. Okay, so here's this photo. Okay, this, oh my goodness, I love this. Just, if you had a print of this on your wall, you'd be happy, right? Like looking at this every day. So here's the before. Here's what I really love about this. She's got a whole bunch of hair dye in her hands. And in some ways, that could look really awesome considering the silly expression that she has in the photo. But we needed to remove that, right? So I love Greater Than Gatsby Photoshop actions. I'll show you how I did that in a bit. It's loading up. Bam! There we go. So here's what I do. Again, comparison. So here's one that I haven't really messed with yet. I will prove it to you because hold down the Alt key, press the first layer. There was a little bit that I did here. Well, let's go ahead and go into it. Mama's Light Powder. This is one of my favorite tools. And then, of course, we're going to brighten up her eyes, whiten her teeth, though they really don't need it. I just like to make things pop. Slightly lighten the skin tone in some of the darker areas. We're going to do a color drop, a sharpen, and maybe some filters. Let's get going. Enough talking, right? Just kidding. And I'm gonna be talking throughout this entire thing, so get used to it. So when you load up Greater Than Gatsby, these are going to be at like lower opacities. Make the layer 100%. That way, when you use your brush tool on something, you're like, oh damn, that's way too much. You can just lower the opacity of the layer. Or a white brush makes it to where you're applying the effect. The black brush makes it to where you're erasing the effect, or of course you can use your eraser tool. Whatever, let's have at it. So first thing, look how beautiful her skin is. It is great. But even though I won't get this much detail in a print, I just want to see if there's a little bit of anything. It was a little bit cold, so we'll just go ahead and smooth the buttocks a little bit. She's very fair, much like me, so we tend to get a little bit of discoloration when we're a bit cold. That happens in bathrooms. There we go. Another thing is hair on the arms. I like to edit it out. I like to have a smooth effect. So we're just going to airbrush over the hair just a little bit, which she has very faint hair. I would love to have arms like hers. So I shave every day. Just kidding. I'm not really that hairy. I shave every couple days, whatever, special events. And we've got little stray hairs there. No one's really going to care. Let's go here. We want to keep the lines in her face because it's part of the expression. She has maybe some slight comedones. Maybe the makeup might have dropped a little bit under the eyes. You know, that can happen. Or you'll get little wrinkles. You might have hair on the upper lip. Sometimes ladies have hairy cheeks. Janette, she's pretty much flawless. I'm just adding a little bit of polish, like necklines, or if their armpits are showing, please smooth out the armpits. Most ladies, it's tough for them to get a smooth shave on their armpits. I'm not entirely sure why that is. Maybe I have special armpits. I'm just gonna make special sense with my special armpits. I don't know what I'm talking about. No, I don't know what the hell that was. Anyways, moving on. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So we're smooth. And we're not going to see much of a difference. Whoa, that was the wrong thing to click. Okay. We're just going to... There we go. See, we just see a little bit smoother. Another thing is that Mama's powder does do a little bit of a lightening effect. If that's the case, there's a bronzer action in Greater Than Gatsby. But she's alternative. We tend to like having that going on. Okay, let's brighten up the eyes a little bit. I'm going to lower the opacity of this down to about 15%. If I need more, I'll just keep layering that brush on. So let's go in and brighten the eyes. Pretty straightforward. Scrolling up, look at them peepers. This is also going to help whiten the eyes a little bit. Let me see here. How's that look? There we go. That little pop is something extra. Okay, again, we're dealing with a very flawless model, so we're not really going to need to do much with the teeth here. I'm just going to sharpen them and whiten them. And I was just never one of those people who could go through and just finally select stuff. I'm like, you know what? If I go outside the lines, I'll use the black brush. I'll just erase around what I don't want to be affected. Like, big whoop. I'm not going to just select stuff. That takes way too much time. Okay, then we're like, there were some parts that were a little bit dark. You know what? So let's just zoom out, see what we're playing with here. What can we brighten up a little? I think maybe we can go into this arm. Yeah, that's looking good. All right. Then we've got this hand over here. And don't worry, as I said, we're going to get rid of the the hair dye off the hand. Let me see here. This is a really great shadow to have. She's already got them abs a-poppin'. We're just going to keep that on there. Because if you remove shadows in the wrong place, I don't know what this is. Yeah, keep the current color scheme. I don't know what that is. I just know I'm making art. If I need to change my color scheme, I will just go to the Googles later. Okay, fantastic. Let's go up. Shed the red. This can happen so much. Like, I don't know. We just get so much redness in our skin. We're outside. We ran some errands. We screwed up our makeup. We stayed up partying too late. I don't know. But I always like to do shed the red a little bit in the eyes, just in case we need to. Sometimes knuckles and hands, or you'll get the ladies that just took off their bra and switched to something else, and then it's all red. So that's not good either. Let me see here. We can still make this a little bit fairer. We're over here in Arizona, so sometimes the sun is a little bit harsh. Yeah, there we go. Just that little dab of difference. Okay, selective color pop. I don't know what I really want to make pop, but let's just take a look. Maybe I want this halo of brightness and in the hair to have more color to it. Let me take a look. Actually, let me see. That kind of muted it, so never mind. We're going to go back and just keep that right there. Okay, let's switch back here. Janette, your hair is just already perfect. There's nothing more I can do for you. What about this? Can we pop this? Oh, you know what? There's a little bit of the tattoo. Let's just... There we go. Make them tats pop out a little bit. Do it on the hands? No, just kidding. Let me look. And what am I screwing up here? Oh, you know what? That is the selective color drop. I'm going insane. Okay, we don't want to drop any of the colors. We like this. Oh my gosh. Okay, scrolling through the list. Color pop. Wow. Okay then. Boy, was I confused. And stop. Airbrushing time. And let me scooch that layer down to whatever, right there. Okay, up to 100%. And let me try that. Ooh, okay. This will turn skin orange. So Control-Alt-Z, that baby. There we go. That was a joke from Cyanide and Happiness, and that was in very poor taste. I apologize to anyone who caught that reference. Whoa, that's making that orange. We're going to bring it down. Okay. Yeah, no. Okay. Let's not do it right there. That's bringing out the orange that's underneath her skin. So let's try it. Here? No. Well, actually, because she has the orange outlining here. Oh, she does have a little bit of orange in the tattoo. That'll be fine. What about these? Okay, not much of a difference. Let me try this little spot up here. There we go. Because it was a little bit bright, so let's just add some color. Before, after. Fantastic. Moving on. Shed the rich selective sharpen. Oh my gosh. This, you guys. You have to use this. Oh my gosh. This. Oh my goodness. This is what I love. So much. Like, you want to use this on eyes. You want to use it on hair. You want to use it on teeth. You want to use it on piercings, metals, clothing textures. For teeth, it will add a bit of a lighting effect, so that's going to be nice. Same thing, it'll do it with the eyes, which I want to be a little bit gentle. We're going to make those wonderful eyelashes. I wonder where she got those from. Really great falsies there. Really nice. Oh, and if you're wondering, a great shortcut, so I'm not just going up here to change the brush size, you've got those little brackets. They're to the right of the letter P, as in puppy, on your keyboard. That's right, because puppies are cute. Janette is cute. Everything just makes sense. So yeah, the bracket on the left is gonna make it to where, let's see, she's got the little dermals over here. Yeah, the bracket to the left is gonna make it small. The bracket to the right is gonna make it bigger. Come on, a little bit smaller. Little bit. And gotcha. And gotcha. Okay, that was a little bit much, so let's just refine the edges a little bit. Yep, just get right in there. Okay. See, look, already. Haha. I love texture. I love details. Now then, with eyes, I usually lower it down quite a bit going on the actual eye itself, because people are like, oh, eyes, I must make them stand out. As a newbie photographer myself, I made the same mistake. Also, sometimes I like to add a little bit of detail into the nose, right where the nasolabial crease goes right up in there and goes swoop-de-whoop. Lovely, absolutely lovely. Nails, you could do this on nails too if they've got some cool nail art. Oh, look at this. Let's get them sequins popping. Also, just to add something a little bit more surreal. And then something you don't want to use the sharpening tool on is skin. Women will hate you if you sharpen their skin and it's not for some kind of like wild, crazy, artsy, weird ass shoot, you know? Like just, whoops, Control Z. Let me get them stringing things. And we'll use it on the tattoo. And we're still keeping the opacity nice and low. Now then with this top, I could do a little bit more. Haha, look at that. Bam. Okay. So we've got before, after, before, after. The eyes we are going to make stand out a little bit more. Now then, don't worry too much. We're not done with those beautiful, beautiful eyes. Because remember, we're still trying to get to this level. Look how detailed that is. Of course, it's closer up, so it's a bit easier on us. Something, always do Control 0, and then Control minus will show you the actual quality. Haha, there we go. That's going to be a lot better. That will actually be how the print quality is. Now then, this was a filter we applied. It looks nice, right? Super nice. We're getting a lot closer to that level, but it's still not all the way there. Now then, dodging and burning. Let's talk about that a moment. We've got this right over here, the lollipop and the fist grip. I don't know what this really is. Well, anyways, if you want to be print quality, that will actually wind up being destructive. So hold down your Alt key, press the little teared page thing, and then this will be your new dodge and burn. Wow, such editing, so much colors and details. Oh, crap, I did it wrong. Delete. Alt. Okay, so we got dodge and burn. We're going to go from this to overlay. Where is it? There we go. Fill with 50% gray. We're going to okay it. Okay. So going back to the brush tool, remember. So here's white. Think bright. There's black. Think dark. So what can we do to just make this come a little bit more alive? Let's take a look. I'm thinking that face, that beautiful face. Too bright. Try again. We'll go to 7%. Okay. And yes, that was a bit of The Producers, one of my favorite musicals. There we go. Let's just brighten up here. Oh, the hands. That's what we were gonna do. I was gonna show you the hands. Because if you're like me and you love shooting alt models, or you yourself have played with lots of hair colors and you've gotten dye on your hands a bit, this is gonna come in so handy. You're gonna love me. Okay. So there we go. It's got that polish. And we are going to add some more layers to it. Because, you know, we did these. That was great. I did try those like before I made this video. And I'm like, Meh. Okay. No, wait, we go up. Specific color corrector. This is the money. So we're going to play our action. We're going to continue as it says. We'll continue one more time. Okay. Now then, it just wants us to pick a color, any color. Just kidding, not any color, whatever is going to be the closest color, and then we'll okay it. Oh, it's loading up the actions. That's why it's going like, wee. Anyways. Look at that face. Oh my gosh. I love you. By the way, photographing her, it felt like I was photographing myself. I know. But bear with me here. She's just incredibly dynamic. Like, girl can just keep moving and moving and moving. And just going into all kinds of different poses. Doesn't need any direction. She knows what she's doing. She knows what looks good. She takes care of herself. She hits the gym. She probably eats right. It's a good thing. You want to work with a model who isn't going to waste your time. My photo shoots, I like to spend maybe just a half hour at the most. I like someone who knows what they're doing. But it is really fun working with a newbie too. And just like showing them like, wow, look at this. You look so good. Oh my goodness. Do you see what's going on here? This is so great. Just keep flipping your camera over to them. They're going to get it in no time. And then one of my best things I can recommend, let's play this one more time, is do the poses yourself and have them copy you. If you want to get a face out of them, talk about that face. Like, just be evocative. Describe an emotion. Make the face yourself. Practice together. Like, it can be so fun. I believe that some of the best photographers are the ones who get in character just as much as their models do. That can be such a treat. I started off doing photography when I was like, wow, you know what? All these photographers I'm modeling for, I want to extend this experience to others. That's how I started off doing photography. I was in front of the camera. I was like, no, I've got to share this with others. So let's take a look. That hand's looking a little bit friggadicky. Wait, did I use the right thing? Let me see here. You know what? That hand's not even going to be the focal point. But we can still fix it up a bit. Let's take a look here. Wow, it looks like I murdered it. Okay, we're going to play one more time. Continue. And okay. That'll be good. All right, let's try this again. It's just the lighting's a little bit dark, so it's looking especially creepy. But we've got another friend who can help us out. Let's go over to slightly lightened skin tone. We're going to give you new life, hand. It's going to be okay. I promise you're going to be okay. Look at that. Now then, don't spend too much detail or too much time on details that aren't even going to matter. We want to get that hand just good enough. But I'm still saying this finger, which is brought up to the face. Now then, as slamming as this bot is, it's the face that we're really focusing on. Which, if you want to be able to tell if someone's a really good nude model, the focus is not going to be on the nudity. That's just a little pro tip. She's rocking hard in this bikini, and I have a really sexy shot of her in it too. But I figure, let's go for cute first. I had the two dramatic ones that you saw at the beginning of this video, and those are posted on my page. But yeah, see this? Look at that. Now then, let's take a look. Is this crap or is it awesome? Let's find out. That was before. Bam! Oh, gorgeous, beautiful, wonderful, amazing. So then the other final thing that I asked myself is, do I want a vignette? So let us scroll down the page. We've got all the different, the actions, all the good stuffs. So we go over here and we keep, whoop, there we go. So maybe we need a dark blue vignette. We'll play that. It's about to pop up any moment. It's just shaking like, I'm gonna load. Oh my gosh, I'm loading. Am I a dork? I think I might be. I don't know why it just gets legitas. The cursor gets legitas. While we're waiting for that, look how fabulous this is. Oh my gosh. It's so fabulous. And just, oh my gosh. Anyway. And oh my gosh, she's so fabulous. Look at all of her cosplays. She's Hipster Ariel. She's Pikachu. She's Darth Vader. She's Mario. She's R2-D2. She's Link. She's, okay. Oh my gosh, I forget. The name escapes me. This, I don't know, but I love it. And then we've also got one of the Sailor Scouts. So that is fabulous too. And she's so cute and so personable. She's like, bam, check this out. I am awesome. We are good. And all that good stuff. And then there's me, and I'm awesome too. And I think we're done. So, what was I doing? Oh, dark blue vignette. Let's take a look. That's without. That is with. You know what? I'm not liking it. Final thing. Maybe we need to mess with the brightness and contrast again. You know, as bright as that is, it almost makes sense. My concern is, oh my gosh, will it look like I pointed the flash directly at her if I make it too bright or something? Like, I was up close and I just didn't even, whatever. But you know what? This is good. So I like to go over here and I like to just snag. Hey, move. There we go. I like to just snag my watermark off of another photo that's like similar enough. And I'll just grab it because I don't like reopening files repeatedly. And I'm usually like spending anywhere between a half hour to an hour on my first edit. Hey, snap. Okay. I usually spend like a half hour to an hour on my first edit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then depending on 1, 2, 1, 2. Depending on how much I actually like, what was I saying? Well, depending on how well everything goes in the next photos and depending on how much my laptop likes me, that's what I was thinking. How much my laptop or computer, whatever likes me, that will make the biggest difference in determining how long the next photos will take. If it's good to me, around 15 minutes. Yeah, we'll change that to white. That looks good. We'll okay it. There's also a little something I like to refer to as the thumbnail test, which is you go back. Can you still tell what it is? Is it beautiful? Is it great? Is it glorious? If so, you've got yourself a good photo. So for example, I can keep zooming out and oh my God. Lovely. So that's pretty much it. I might revise it a little bit more, but you get the gist of it. Wow, look at that. That is a long time. 30 minutes. You know what? That's not bad. Anyways, again, I am Wendy. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this. You guys just stay absolutely lovely. Any questions, reach out to me. I love to help out. It is definitely a thing. So Have a good one.